Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling, and I hope you have absolutely fabulous day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create personalized birthday card in the shape of a sushi board. If you like it, I really hope you'll feel inspired to craft along with me. On the left, I've got all the elements ready, and I cut them using my ScanNCut machine. And on the right, I've got my alcohol markers that I'm going to use to color in all those elements. The SVG file for this project was from Creative Fabrica, and I left the link in the description down below. As you can see, these elements are pretty small. I started with coloring wasabi, and then I'm going to move on and color in sushi. For all the sushi elements, I've got 3 panels. I'm going to leave one white for rice, then pink, orange, and peach to color in the salmon and tuna, and I do encourage you to use at least 2 alcohol markers, especially when it comes to food, so you have that more organic look. And then I'm going to use black to represent the seaweed. And these 3 layers will go for one sushi. Super quick and simple. And to be honest, this cut altogether took me about 40 minutes, so it was pretty quick. However, if you get that SVG file from Creative Fabrica, it is a good idea to put it on your canvas workspace if you have ScanNCut machine, the other software that you use with your electronic machine, and you can resize it. And with this SVG file, some of the elements were very small, so I deleted them. I thought I don't really need them to create this card, and that's what you can do with any SVG file. You can resize all the elements, make them smaller, bigger, or you can delete or even duplicate some of them if you need more of them. So I do encourage you to play with the SVGs that you like and create any project you want. It is time to start putting all those elements together, and at this point it is a good idea to use a liquid glue, because you do have time to maneuver all those elements. And especially with sushi, I really wanted that tuna or salmon to be visible. So this is the way to go, especially with those elements. If I was to make this card again, I would definitely make it bigger. The whole idea was to put it in 5 by 7 inches envelope, but to be honest, I think in the end it was a little bit too small. So next time it's definitely going to be bigger. So when all these elements will be ready, it will be time to color in some of the other elements. And I also wonder, do you like sushi? Do you have your favorite? I really like sushi, and to be honest, from time to time I make myself sushi because I think it is super quick to make. Trust me, it is. All you have to do is to boil rice just according to the recipe on the packaging, and then add the ingredients that you like. With those small elements here, I use some grey color to represent the rice, and just to not add any more layers, I'm going to use black alcohol marker and draw a border around to represent seaweed. Super quick and simple, right? So yes, you can use that technique if you decide to create this card. Super quick and easy. And then it's going to be time to color in the soy pot. I decided to use a little bit of blue, and at this case I thought let's use some darker and lighter blue, but I wasn't happy with the result, so I decided to use some darker blue as well, because I really want to have that shadow and light effect. I know this one is going to be very small, but anyway, it does matter. Now it is time to color in the soy sauce and put the elements together. And later on I'm going to show you how to add even more details to make it more organic. Now it will be time to put some elements to the side so we can move on. Now it is time for the sushi board. At this point I decided to use some 2 brown alcohol markers to color in the wooden effect. Let's have some texture on the card. And if you decide to use some alcohol markers like I do here, I encourage you to color in the back panel as well, because when the recipient opens the card, we really want that professional finished look. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It is super simple, but you can always cut it through brown cardstock as well, and that will be perfectly fine, so no worries. And what's really good about alcohol markers, they blend together very quickly. So now it is time to decorate the back panel as well. I don't really care about texture here, it doesn't really matter. All I want is to literally just color in the whole element. Super quick and simple. Now it will be time to move it to the side and dry. Now, it will be time to add a few more elements, and I decided to have 3 more sushi elements, because why not? And again, I'm going to use my gray color to represent the rice, and then we have to color in the salmon and tuna. As I told you, it's a good idea to use at least 2 colors for extra, let's say, organic look, especially when it comes to food. I also wonder, have you ever created a card with food elements? If you haven't, maybe this project will inspire you to do so. Some time ago, I created a donut birthday card, and if you haven't seen it, I will leave the link at the end of this video and in the top right corner here so you can check it out. Again, I'm going to use my black marker to put the black border around sushi elements, so this way you don't have to cut all the layers for your sushi. And when this is ready, it will be time to move on to the next step. So I've got the name of the recipient. And as I started with wasabi at the very top, I decided to use the same green for the name of the recipient. I really like when all the elements match on my card, so I thought, why not? And later on, I'm going to use the same green, yes, to color in the chopsticks as well, because for sushi, you need some chopsticks. Can you use chopsticks with your sushi? Please let me know. I really like to use them because they make me feel more, I don't know, I just like it. I really like it. So when these elements will be ready, it will be time to assemble the whole card together. And to be honest, in the end, the card was very quick to make. I think it took me about 45 minutes with coloring all those images. So as you can see, I've got the sentiment here and says all the best. I decided to use the same green to fill the spaces in here. So yes, I really want all the elements to match. And this card was actually created for a chef in my work. He is amazing chef. He makes the best food ever. However, he told me a couple of weeks ago that he loves sushi. So that was the way to create his birthday card, right? If he loves sushi, so I thought I need to create something with sushi elements. So do you think was that a good choice for a birthday card for the chef? Please let me know what you think. Now we've got the back panel and we're going to use a scoring board. I wanted to make sure that they are put together on the same side. Now, I'm going to create a top flap, fold it, burnish, and attach it with my liquid glue. Super quick and simple, right? So if you've never ever created a personalized card for someone who either makes food, prepares food, or loves food, maybe today is the day. And if you haven't seen my video from yesterday with 500 subscribers giveaway, check the link at the top right corner and I'll also leave it at the very end so you can check it out. I decided to use a little bit of dimension for the sentiment, and if your double-sided foam adhesive squares or rectangles are too big, you can always cut them smaller and that'll be fine. What's really good about them, they really give that nice dimension and more interest on your project. It's always a good idea to use your pokey tool to peel off the backing and then use a few drops of liquid glue because we want this card to last forever, right? So when this is ready, I really encourage you to start with a sentiment on your project. It doesn't really matter what project it is. You just have to make sure that you've got the space for the sentiment first, and then you can play with all the elements that you already prepared for your project. As you can see, I decided to go with chopsticks because these are the longest. Now it is time for the recipient, and you can arrange any other shapes wherever you want. Just make sure the composition looks good and you do have nice balance. So what do you think about my sushi board birthday card? Do you like it? Would you like to give it a go? Or maybe you would like to try different food card. I'm really curious. So when this is ready, I thought I really like the front of the card, but can I make the inside good as well? So I thought, yes, let's add a few of those elements inside where I'm going to write the wishes. And yes, you can decorate the inside as well. And as you can see, this card will stand proudly on a flat surface and you do have space to write your message inside. So The cut is nearly complete. Now it is time for final touches. And I'm going to use my white gel pen just to add some highlights, especially on the soy sauce, salmon and tuna. Some of the lines are super small, but trust me, in real life they really make a difference. So when this is ready, I'm just going to leave it to dry for about 1 minute or two, and the cut will be complete. So what do you think about this? Do you like it? Do you like shape cuts? If you do, what is your favorite shape? Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Here you can see the 500 subscribers giveaway, but also my donut birthday card. Have a wonderful day and see you in my next video. Bye for now and happy crafting!